Well, hello again, Lego friends. We're going to take a trip down memory lane. We're actually going to look at the collectible minifigures from the Lego movie. This came out in 2014. One of the other indicators that this is probably an older set is that the collectible minifigure packaging is actually this plastic foil. The more recent series now come in boxes. So I've got a couple of really exciting things to show you as well. This is what I just consider one of the greatest catalogues of all time. All Lego minifigures that came out between 1975 and 2015 that were in sets. Need to clarify that were in sets. So because the Lego movie was 2014, we're also going to be looking in this book today. When we look in our fiction section, we look and see the Lego movie, page 106. Oh my goodness, I have to say Castle, love it. But I have to. We're doing the Lego movie. We're doing the Lego movie. I need to keep telling myself that. Now the Lego movie minifigures are here, and already I'm sure you're saying to yourself, wait, this is more than the 16 that came out as the CMF or collectible minifigure range. Yes, you are absolutely right. The Lego movie also released some sets as well. So what we're going to find is not only can we mark our friends off on this one here, but we're also going to be able to mark them off here in this catalogue as well. What I also like to do, and this is just a little trade secret, and this is where I can't help myself, the collectible minifigure range that I have, I've got them all here nicely. I'm very pleased to say that I do have a full set all the way up to series 26, the Space series, which is the most recent series that has come out, and that's this one here. And then I've got others, obviously, Marvel, a bit of Batman, Lego movie, Muppets. It's time to get things started. I can't help myself. Bit of Simpsons. And then you're going to see this little placeholder page. Look at this. This is not one of the correct marking sheets. This is just a little placeholder that says, hey, you haven't got the Lego movie collection together yet. So I'm going to remove that because today we're actually going to be able to replace that. So I'm putting this to the side, and let's get started. So what I've done is I've actually uncovered or unpackaged everything, and they are neatly on the little packaging. I haven't even gone through them yet, so we're may not do these in the correct order. Oops, sorry about that, friends. A bit too excited, but we're actually going to be able to have a really good look at them. So how about we start with something that's up here at the top, so that then when we put them down we can actually display the little friends. So right now I'm actually going to close this, and it's going to keep our place. So I'm going to move that out of the way, and let's have a little build. Okay. Now, having a look at our little friend here, and the poncho, listen. It's interesting the different materials that capes are made of. Some of the hard plastic, some of the soft cloth, and then we've got the little poncho made out of this starcher material. What's really interesting thinking about the collectible mini figure series, ponchos also appear in... oops! Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry. I was distracted. I was talking too much. Ponchos also appear in Series 2 and in Series 20. Oh, and there he's got, nice little chilies there. Little bit spicy, with a couple of pieces of cheese as well. So here is our little friend here. I'm actually going to pop him on his stand, and I might just move him up here, so that we can still see that he's around, and he's looking up at us with his cheese, saying, come on, hurry up please, let's mark me off. So we're going to open up here, so we can already see that he is number 12 here. I'm just calling him on a on purpose at the moment. So I've marked the little guy off here. Then let's have a look at our catalogue. So we're going through. No, he's not on this page. Let's turn over, and here he is. And we've actually got his correct name, Taco Tuesday Guy. And so I'm going to pop a little tick. I know you've just seen me write in a book. Now, years ago, that would never have happened. However, this is a working document, so I'm actually happy to do that. So I'm almost giving myself permission to do that. All right, so let's have a look at our next little friend. So here we go. We've again got a lovely torso and a pair of pants. And we've got an electronic head with a little phone system. And look at that bouffant. Oh my goodness, what a great hairdo. And I love the little holders that we've got here. And this one actually says super secret files. Wait, let me just take my own glasses off here. Super secret plan. Oh my goodness. Shh, I absolutely got that right. I'm not going to say anything else. Super secret plan, and I love to do the little flip, which clicks that in, and it's called Taco Tuesday. And you know, what a shame that Taco Tuesday was going to become a deadly day. So here we've got our next little friend looking up at us. So let's open up again and let's see the secret super plan document that I said all along. Shh, don't say anything, please. And that is our number 11 little friend. Oh, and there she is. Hanging out next to Wild Style, otherwise known as Lucy, and we've got Velma Staplebot. So thank you, Velma. I'll give you a little tick as well. So we're moving on to our next character, and I think this one's a pretty obvious one. And it's actually nice to see that a construction guy was the special. I know that we're all the special, but to have this little guy as the special is pretty awesome. Now, what I'm hoping you're going to be able to see here, look at that. Look at that reflective material on his outfit. The original construction minifigures did not have that reflective material. So it's amazing how far Lego has come. Even also in terms of their faces. Hang on, let me just get this little guy here. Their faces here. Remember, we used to have the just the two dots for the eyes and the one little, almost like a pencil smile. Now we've actually got very expressive faces. So, my little friend, you are going to be right there, and I'm going to open up. Oh, and sorry. Let me just show you this. I'm going to take his little head off. And of course, he's got the little other side of his face as well. And I'm actually going to display the super happy laughing his head off guy. When we're looking here, he's number 3. And please, I hope you're calling out, I know what his name is. I know what his name is. Because we do need to know his name. Names are actually quite important. It provides a little connection with people. So I think we've got Emmett a few times. So we look here and we go, oh, there's Emmett, but no, not the Emmett that we've got. One of the other ways that you can tell in this particular catalogue is the fact that COL is actually standing for the Collectable minifigures, whereas this little guy does not have that. But then we go up here and we actually see, here he is, here's our Emmett. This is the Emmett that we've got, because as I mentioned, there are lots of other Lego movie packs, and our little Emmett features in the collectibles, whereas of course he plays a starring role in some of the other packs. And of course, when we're looking at collectible minifigures as well, their set name is written on here. 71004 is the number for the Lego movie collectible minifigures. Again, if you actually pop that in anywhere, it would only refer to the collectible minifigures from the Lego movie. Okay, here we go. Oh, I love some nice hair. Now, this hairstyle here, you will see many, many, many times. We've got it here in light blue, also had it in a dark brown, in a light brown. When we're cataloguing, and it's good to say that we do have President Business close by, when we are cataloguing, so we're being accurate, get the hair colour right. If you're actually going to say this is the figure that appeared in this set, or this is the figure that appeared in the collectible minifigure series. What's really great about this little figure as well, Lego very carefully has put some indentations here so that she can still sit in on her little platform. Of course, she can't bend like the other friends are bending, so I'm actually just going to pop her there. So again, we're looking over here, and she comes in at number 16. It's good to look back at the older collectible minifigure series, because most of them have 16. In recent years, we've gone to 12. And, you know, for me, who just loves these, that's a little bit disappointing. So looking for our friend here and turning over, and here we go. Here she is, Marsha, Queen of the Mermaids. There she goes. No braces for that little Marsha, as in the Brady Bunch. She's obviously got very nice teeth, as did Marsha after she had her braces on. All right, so, oh wait, was that Jan? Oh, Jan was the brace. Oh, sorry, Marsha. Sorry, Jan. And of course, Cindy was the third member of the Brady Bunch. Okay, here we go. What I also really love about the Lego movie itself is that we go to so many different lands. Whether or not we've actually got... sorry, just forgot something while I was just banging on there. Oh, so you can tell this is brand new, because see how the head is nice and tight and slowing me down there a little bit. So let me just grab this little beard for our... Oh, Jiminy Cricket, he's gone down. I've got a man down, or at least a head down. Sorry, friends, hold on. Oh, reaching down. Oh, goodness me, I tell you, that is the worst thing. The worst thing when the pieces go flying. But I have retrieved his head. Please don't worry about that. So I'm grabbing the piece back again. Let's try that again. I've done that many times where I'm popping pieces on and then they fly out. I actually used to, I had a little cat called Mavis, and when I was building the Taj Mahal, and this is many years ago, she would actually, and I had them in containers, like sorted them by pieces, she would actually put her paw in, fish a little piece out, and then go running off with it. Very cute, but no, that's actually not what I really wanted. So here we go. After all that, sorry, my little friend, I didn't mean to batter you around there. But having said that, yeah, look at your head, mate. Not human. So, you know, I don't mean to bag out the less humanoid of us, but no. So here is number 14. Finally, the dynamite is pretty cool and actually appears in a number of other Lego sets as well. Love the fact that you will see the same sorts of pieces. And we've got him here, Wily Foosbot. Take a little tick, buddy. I'm sorry that I actually treated you very poorly then. So we're moving along nicely here. Here we come to our next lovely piece. Let's hope that this time I actually don't start throwing the pieces around. Love the way that Lego does the skirts, the blockier pieces, but it also gives it that extra zhuzh. That was the word I was thinking of. that's what I wanted. You know, I really wanted sort of a 3D kind of phrase, but then just got zhuzh. So another really interesting sort of hairpiece in a bun. Oh, look, I'll be honest, this actual particular type of hair, don't see that too often. Do actually see a lot of buns and pull back hair, but this very distinctive style. And we, of course, wouldn't be complete without a little hat. You'll often see that little hole in the middle of our little friend's head. So she could wear any number of caps and hats if I could actually get them on. Seemingly, I'm a little bit clumsy today, so sorry about that, friends. And there's nothing like having a very beautiful hat and then, of course, holding a rifle. Thank you. So again, this little friend does not bend over, but dare I say, sorry, not so human-like. Okay, here we go, opening up again, and we have a number one, and I'm going to mark our little friend off here, and then have a look. We have a lot on this page here, but it seems that she's not here. Look at her, she even takes pride of place here. Calamity Drone, of course, for those who know, Calamity Jane with the awesome Doris Day, one of my favourite movies, absolutely brilliant. Take me back to the Black Hills of Dakota. And you know what? If you know Doris Day, you know that there is no way on earth that she actually sings like that anyway. So sorry, Doris. Sorry, I didn't mean to malign your great singing. That was my singing. So here we've got our lovely Lucy. Here she is in her Western garb. So I'm actually going to pop her there. Again, look at the skirt right here. So I'm going to pop her there, opening up here and having a look. Where are you, Lucy? There you are, my friend. But of course, I'm being a bit familiar with Lucy, aren't I? Because I really shouldn't be calling her that at the moment. Now, there she is, Wild Style. That's in her early on in the movie persona before she lets her guard down. However, here she is now again as Wild Style, so absolutely happy to tick off the lovely little Lucy. Okay, moving along, my friends. Let's come to our next piece. Whoop, don't you dare go flying around, please. I've had enough of that. I've already humiliated myself enough by throwing pieces onto the floor. It is really interesting when we look at our different pieces that this torso has overalls. In some of the very early town Lego as well, overalls super simple. None of these sort of little tools and pencils and rulers sticking out. It was simply a set of overalls. And what a great little coffee cup. I love the little Lego hands to be able to hold those things. So let's put this little guy here. And of course I'm thinking, I thought everybody had some hair in the Lego movie. And I was right. It harks back a little bit to some of the earlier hairdos. This is far more modern. This is like, oh goodness, I'm actually a bit of a cool groovy dude. But that sort of little brown head and the brown hair, very classic. So coming along here, here's our little guy here. He's number 10. So marking him off there, and let's find him in the more solid catalogue. And here we find Larry. Thank you, Larry. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the team. Okay, now we're moving on to this piece, and I'm going to throw something out there. I actually think this might be a piece, or the only piece that I know of, and I could be wrong here, so please get ready to correct me, whose accessory, by the way, great hair, and actually you'll see this hair on a few of the city crooks as well, but whose accessory is actually a body part. So I'm going to be honest, I can't remember, or I don't think I know of anybody else who has a body part as an accessory, and I'm not even sure if I can get him to hold it. For the moment, I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put him here on his little stand, and I'm going to put, actually I'll just put this leg here beside him like this, and let's have a look for our little TV star. Oh, sorry, nearly took you out by the catalogue, buddy. So here we go. He makes it to number 13 on our bingo scorecard, and let's have a look where our TV star appears in this catalogue. He's not on these pages. Let's turn over. Here he is. Where are my pants? Guy. So, of course, pants in Lego mean kind of a body part. So absolutely his little yellow legs are designed to be his little yellow legs, but it's really interesting to have a body part as an accessory. Okay, we have now got one of the characters from the council, or they're hanging out together. Now look at the detail on this top. Absolutely beautiful. And we are now dealing with our very own William Shakespeare, and you may remember that in series 8 of the collectible minifigures, we actually had a William Shakespeare character and or an actor, you know, close to William Shakespeare. And the reason I say William Shakespeare is because that character was actually holding a little skull, which is a scene from the Shakespearean play Hamlet, where Hamlet sits by, I believe, a graveside and says, "Alas, alas, poor Yorick, I knew him, Horatio." So you've got a bit of my Doris Day singing as well as a bit of my Shakespearean work. And what's great is our little sign here says to build or not to build, and of course a bit of a take on to be or not to be, which is also from Hamlet, the Shakespearean play. So we're learning a lot today. It's good to have a nice cultural background when you're looking at all of these characters, because, dare I say, there's a lot of depth to Lego minifigures, and if they are absolutely done well, then you can actually get a lot out of them. Here is our friend William Shakespeare. Thank you, my little one. A tick for you. So, moving along, so we've got our friend, Good Cop, Bad Cop, and of course played expertly by Liam Neeson. Now, what is really interesting is that this police officer is all dressed in black, because if you know a little bit about your Lego minifigure history, and I'm actually just going to go, I know we've got the sunglasses, but I do like the drawn-on face after he got his own face wiped out. If you go back in your Lego minifigure history, the original police officers were actually in black police uniforms, and some of them even had stickers, or was that the fire, the town fire Lego? Well, anyway, the police officers were originally in black uniforms. More recently now, when you look at the city Lego, you're going to find police officers in blue uniforms. So I'm actually going to pop him there. Thank you. Cheekily, I'm going to call you Liam. Very familiar with you, which of course is not his correct name. Marking him off, he comes in at number 7 on our bingo sheet, and here he is as bad cop. I've actually put his little face as good cop, but you know what, he's bad cop right there. Okay, let's have a look. We've got a few more to go. Here we go again, and we've got more reflective. Have we? Yes, we've got more reflective work. Whoa, which I think is absolutely beautiful. And we have a one-sided head. And see, and the development of the Lego minifigure face as well. On our little friend here, even got sort of, you know, what are supposedly dirt marks or scratch marks. You just won't find that in the dare I say, the vintage or the original minifigures. And what I'm going to do is I might pop that on later, just so that I'm moving things along, but I am actually enjoying myself. Don't worry, I'm not taking your tools away. So here we've got our little reflective friend, actually can just hang out here behind Emmett, and we're opening up again, and here we go, comes in at number 9 on the scorecard. Thank you very much. And let us find our friend here, and here she is. Here's Gail. Again, can tell because we've got the COL in that identifying marker. Now let's move on to another I was about to say character from history, but let's not actually call this one a character. Let's more accurately say the one-time president of the United States. I think that would be more appreciated than a character. However, to be made into a Lego minifigure, goodness, you've got to be good. So I'm sure Abraham Lincoln, for all of the great work that he's done, all of his wonderful speeches, I think the highlight of his career would be being made into a Lego minifigure and starring in the Lego movie. And I say starring, okay, he might not have been one of the biggest characters, but he would have been one of the characters where you have, the lineup of all the actors, and then at the end, of the character list, it says, and Abraham Lincoln, giving him the kudos that he deserves. So here we go for our friend Abe, and I know that's a bit familiar, isn't it? Abraham Lincoln, here you are. Thank you, my friend. So next we're going to one of the Lego minifigures that also comes with a little animal. And what a great top, little cat on the top as well. Now the minifigures. There are so many little animals that join their little minifigure friends. There are, cats, dogs, monkeys, scorpions, chickens, frogs, goats, fish. Look, I'm just trying to remember all those things off the top of my head. Parrots, and of course parrots feature quite heavily in the Pirate Lego series, whether it is early on or in fact more recent, the Pirate Lego series. So we've got Mrs. Scratch and Post. Nice name, thank you. When you actually go back in time to some of the original minifigures, names such as man, woman, girl, boy. So the fact that we're actually giving our minifigures now some proper names. We've come a long way, especially in the early series as well, where in fact you'd have multiple minifigures, all called man, but different minifigures. So, you know, I don't believe there are any other Mrs. Scratchin posts. So, here we go again. We've got our little friend here. And, oh, sorry, I think I knocked you out with the cover of the book. Hey, sorry about that. We're looking at number 15 here. And what's interesting about Lego as well is the variety of other ways in which Lego can use the same mold for different characters. Here we have Panda Guy, and the naming convention reminiscent of things like Triceratops, costume fan, you know, all of those sorts of things. But this little one here is reminiscent a bit of like Spooky Girl from series 16. That little bear is that same shape. Now, I'll be honest, I have left one little friend till last, and yes, look, he gets a bad rap. He gets a really bad rap, does President Business. Now, we've got a choice between a super angry face or a bit of an indifferent, annoyed face. For the purposes of just being out there, I'm going to put super angry face on. What I am going to say, and how interesting, this block hairstyle as well, completely different to the characters here. What I'm going to say as well, I know that sometimes I feel a bit President Businessy when I'm doing this with the Lego minifigures. What I will say is that, yes, absolutely, Lego is to be played with, and that's why I've taken it out of the packets. And then, of course, it's going on display. But Lego is meant to be played with, but as the Lego Librarian, I'm cataloguing, so I would like the correct outfits, and here he is. Here is our last tick. Yes, you know, a nice long one, friends, but now we've had a look at all of the collectible minifigures from the Lego movie. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I look forward to sharing more minifigures with you again soon. Lego Librarian, out.